Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. I couldn't wait for today because we just saw the release of the Band Aid 2024, also Band Aid 40 single from Do They Know It's Christmas Time. And I couldn't wait to give you my first response. I just saw the video and I've been really looking forward to this because, well, before stepping into this response review, I dig the original song. I like it. I think the idea of bringing a lot of people together to do this song, Bob Geldof's initiative, the entire Live Aid concert, I dig it. Now, I do know there is some controversy because this new version is actually a remix of all the other versions combined. And Ed Sheeran has stated that if he knew that would have been done today, he would not have given them the permission to use the vocals of his 2014 version. Now, why is that? A statement has been made online that the Band Aid Do They Know It's Christmas thing does more damage to Africa than it does good. Now, that's not scientifically proven, and Bob Geldof responded to that with, I believe, $180 million that Band Aid has given to charity. So he believes it's very good, but it's got to do with the stigmas. Now, that's interesting because the element of the stigmas has been around, and I was curious, how do they respond to that? Because there are lyrics in there that don't really make sense. It's also tough to make one song that talks about the entirety of Africa, where no rain or river flows, where nothing ever grows, they don't have snow, those sorts of things, and then the controversy regarding the Bono line. Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you, which may sound a bit harsh. Oh, it's kind of harsh, but I'll get into that later on in this video. What I think of the lyrical controversy. Where do you go? Is it working for a stigma, or is it creating a lot of money, or is it creating awareness? I think it's a tough discussion. I'll go into that later on. Let me just respond to the music itself. And honestly, only just today that I find out. And I've been listening to podcasts or interviews or stuff with regard to the new Band Aid. I only found out today that this is actually a remix, and that to me is really a downside. I was hoping for Bob Geldof to assemble a new group of musicians, listening to voices of today. People were talking about Harry Styles being there solo, while at the 2014 version he was there with One Direction. There are so many artists that would have been interesting for this edition, and yet we got a 2024 mix of it all. Now, the video that is now online, which is on Band Aid Vivo, please check it out. And if you want to contribute to charity, there are links there on YouTube. Please go there, watch it yourself. But the thing is, this has become a 7-minute 17 version, at least the one that's on YouTube. And I thought, wow, what are they doing in 7 minutes 17? Well, they open with a statement from David Bowie from back in the day, I believe from 1984, or perhaps it's it's got to do with Live Aid, but because he's basically talking about Ethiopia and the project, it's a Bowie statement. And it doesn't feel right. Why? Bowie did not sing Do They Know It's Christmas Time at all. He was not in the 84 version, he's not in the 89 version, he's not in the 2004 version, he's not in the 2014 version. Just Bowie has become a popular icon, a popular intellectual, and it opens and closes with statements by David Bowie. I mean, and the entire video has this air of flirting with artists who did not record it, but did appear at Live Aid, like Queen, like Elton John, like David Bowie. So I'm wondering, is this a tribute to the project of Live Aid? I would be fine with that, because I think it's an interesting project. Or are you actually trying to raise awareness? Now, there are also a lot of heavy images in that regard, um, of hunger, of people dying. There's not a lot of Christmas cheer in this video. No, it doesn't have to be. It sets the mood, and that's also basic the tough thing with this version. It's a compilation. It's a remix and a compilation. There are moments in which the music just dies out and we just get a video message. We just get another message, a news image. So it's much more like a documentary mock-up with fragments of artists singing, because the song never starts to roll. First line you hear being sung is Paul Young from the original '84 version with very dirty synthesizers. I didn't really dig that. Then the opening line is repeated by Chris Martin and Ed Sheeran. Well, Ed Sheeran is not the only one who thinks he should not be in this version, but I won't go into that. Seriously, at this point, and then the song has just begun, it already wants so much. It wants you to be aware of Ethiopia. It wants you to be aware of David Bowie. It wants you to hear certain lines sung at several moments, and then it gives another message and fades the music away. It never starts to roll. Then, after a while, they try to blend in these different editions, and these moments just do not work out. It starts off with there's this moment in which, in the original '84 version, you have Bono and Sting doing a beautiful, beautiful moment together, and these voices blend perfect. Then they tried to blend that with Chris Martin, and I think Chris Martin did a great job especially I believe it was the 2004 version, but this just didn't blend. They didn't really sing together. I mean, you could have brought them in. Sting would have been available, I guess. Bono would have been available. Well, they're still alive, and they are, I mean, friendly and open to these kind of projects. So Chris Martin is alive. You could have brought them in, and then they could have made a harmony with the three of them. Didn't do that. Worst moment for me is, and I really, really question why they did that. After a while, you get the well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. And they show that. They show the original take by Bono. Then they show the 2004 take by Bono. So you hear Bono do that controversial line twice. And then they show the new one from 2014, in which Bono sings, what does he sing tonight? Yeah, he goes, tonight we're reaching out and touching you. And I'm like, why do this? Why do this? I think it's an insult towards Bono, really, because Bono sang a bit of a blunt line in the original. Well, Bono is the last person who has to prove that he is aware of what is happening in certain countries in Africa. He knows about famine. I mean, let's be frank. Bono is a do-gooder. He's very aware. He sang the line twice. After a while, he changed it. They changed it, and then that is a new version. So, with the knowledge of the '80s, with the knowledge of the zeros, the song was a specific way, and they built towards a new way. And Bono has supported Bob Geldof constantly. Now, why put these in a row? Yeah, it just feels odd. It doesn't give the song a certain flow. It tells a lot more about the history of Band Aid. And are you trying to make a statement there? That doesn't feel right. It doesn't really work. And it never really gets into a certain flow. Nearing the end, we get the feed the world, that part. Then you hear several versions blending together. It doesn't become a whole. It doesn't really work. And I'm really, really let down by this version. It ends again with an image of Bowie. I'm a Bowie fan, but this edition feels really forced. So I'm gonna leave it at that. What I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna be making a video in which I'm gonna be ranking all these different versions, all these 5 different versions. So please stay to watch that. And I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.